Alrighty, hey yo, what is up, knights? Just Rick here, back with some more DFO Rush. Guys, in this video, we're going to be playing my Brawler. Now, this is probably my second most geared character. I mean, I don't want to say that with any certainty, because she's got the Liberation weapon, which is like the only, like the best character I have that isn't in the Epic on my Knight. But guys, I started here in Underfoot, because once you actually do, and we're not going to be able to, or I'm not going to be able to show off any Anton content, so... once you do the Anton solo, though, or the scenario quest, you get access to Zelva, and this is the Castle of the Dead, the final region in the game, the level 86 region. Alright guys, I forgot, like on my Knight, to show my gear off, so I'm going to put this somewhere in the video. I do have a full 9-piece intense bomb set. My off is a Celis here, which this used to be on my Knight, but I used some Transcendent Stones to give it to my Brawler, and that's because I have a fire damage Liberation Claw, and I'm trying to stack fire damage on the rest of accessories, which, you know, if I wanted to, I could probably upgrade these to a little bit higher fire damage, and I can upgrade my fire damage a little bit. Got even a fire damage aura, because I was planning for this, so back in the Awakened ones, I gave her a fire damage aura way back when, and I was using the Behemoth, but generally I am using my cute little Muda Black Widow, but I gotta level up my Behemoth right now. So there's my gear. Let's go back to the video now. And this is how it looks like when you first start your quest line here. So like I mentioned, I'll remind you, none of my characters are gonna be able to do or show off the Anton scenario. And that's because I spent the first couple days actually just brushing through it, because it's really, I don't want to say it just kind of feels like you're not really experiencing Anton at all. It's kind of just like for the sake of killing Anton. Like we defeated Anton, and you do it in the most like easy, asinine kind of way, and it's kind of like nothing how Anton is. So when we do Anton content later, guys, I want to actually show the real Anton, and so I just kind of I signed in on all my characters, honestly, and I just did it real quick, so that we can get to Jelva and get to some actual leveling content. Now, one thing that we're going to be doing for the rest of the series, and I don't want to explain, is we're going to turn on the booster. And this is the first dungeon, guys. It's the inverted watchtower. Let me explain why the booster is necessary. It's not necessary, obviously. But I actually, at least on most of my characters, I've always valued time efficiency or FP efficiency. So if you only have one character and you want to get to max level in one day, from 85, then yeah, you might want to turn off the Express, and you're gonna probably need to use some FP potions. But for me, getting the max level is not the important part. It's about spending the least amount of time in game to do it, and that's different from spending your FP efficiently. That's just me trying to be efficient with my real life time versus like, you know, in-game time versus actually. These guys are. What happens is they weigh down the lift if they summon here. So once you get to the top, guys, we jump and go up the inverted watchtower and go upside down here. It's a pretty cool little interesting gimmick here. But yeah, as I was mentioning, time efficiency. So I don't want to explain it. I always have to explain it why you turn on Express. Now the one thing is, this last level in the game is a little interesting. As far as I've figured out, there are no items in the game that allow you to use any pills of any sort to get that last level. So what you're going to have to do, I mean, you kind of have to grind this last level out. And if you do all the scenarios, like the Anton scenario, you have to do, like I already mentioned, like I said, not going to be showing any of that. And here is an indication I mentioned in the last video. Demon invites are dropping off the mobs here. So especially if you have a character that you want to do hell modes on, get them in here and get them in here as quick as possible. Don't fuck around with that. Because every day is just another day wasted from being able to farm a whole lot of invites. I'm not kidding about that. So, but anyway, as I was saying, you know, the time efficiency thing, I think you guys understand that, right? It's just like, you want to get here as quickly as possible, and then when you get here and you do the actual scenario for the Castle of the Dead, by the time you get to the very end of it, it'll actually be that you'll be at about 60, I want to say 55, 60% of the max EXP, and that basically means for that last 40% you have to grind. And to avoid having to do that later on, I mean, you're going to have to grind at some point. So instead, I'm going to be more efficient with the scenarios that I do. I'm going to get the double EXP from turning on the Express. But obviously, I'm not going to get as far as in the scenario. So hopefully, I have to do less runs than other people who don't keep Express on. It's about the number of runs I have to do and about the number of times I have to keep going into dungeon versus not. And so that's why I have it on. Especially, I mean, there's no greater example to this, right? When you have this many characters, you don't give a shit about like, oh gosh, did I use my EXP efficiency or FP efficiently? Like, no, use your FP, period. So there you go. I don't ever want to have to explain that on another video ever, but I probably will, because I'm pretty sure some people don't agree with that. Now, some people don't know anything about Express. Express comes from the premium contract, by the way, which there are events giving us a lot of those as well. So just throwing that out there. If you like want demon or sorry, thinking about all the demon invites again. If you want extra FP and if you want to be able to turn on Express, you do need a Neo Premium contract, at least the basic version. But one other thing, guys, I've changed up my assist. Now, usually at the lower end game, lower end game, I meant lower portions of the game, like lower levels. Almost throughout the entire thing, I leveled with my Lightning Dance assist on my female striker. Now, she's actually not all that geared. And when you come into here and try to do Lightning Dance, the enemies are just flat out too strong for it now. They're not really getting affected by it, so I'm gonna just burst him down. I don't even have to, I'm putting debuffs on him. Just blast him with my Venomine, man. But, yeah, the Lightning Dance loses its potency a little bit. So what I ended up doing was switching to another assist with a much more geared character, my Justice here, my Monk, who is doing Hurricane and Roll. Now, he does have an OB set like my Brawler does right now. Except his is more, the Brawler Intense Bomb, don't get me wrong, I love it, but it's not really good for normal type enemies, right? Since its range is so small, its animation is, I mean, even though it's massive burst damage and does way overkill, its AoE is actually not all that good. So that AoE right there not only does it suck enemies in, it does a lot of damage to them, group them up, and then that, honestly, the enemies are grouped up such that I feel like Hurricane and Roll, if you have a Monk, at least, even if he's not very strong, if you have a Monk who has Hurricane and Roll, it's a really good assist to have, because, like I said, the enemies are kind of designed like any room that's here in the Castle of the Dead feels like it's a perfect room to just use Hurricane and Roll in. So it's just like, for the grouping up purposes. So obviously, if you have unlimited ability set, or if you have maybe the Lightning Cloud Totem or something, yeah, so you see right there, I didn't even have to touch any of the guys because it's perfect. It's perfect for this. So, I just think that excuse me, I think that it's one of the best ones out there, guys. Anyway, we'll do a couple more runs, guys, and I'm just the thing about the Brawler, right? I like the Brawler a lot, but the kind of content that this set is built around, I think the class in general really is a single target class. It's really focused around getting that status effect on the single target and then bursting that target down, and we're going to be fighting the actual boss of this dungeon. Just these mini bosses here. You see that range right there wasn't even enough to kill like but one guy in there. So generally when you're leveling up, you're gonna really rely on the Second Awakening and basic attack, honestly, because the other skills that you do, all of them pretty much just don't have the coverage that you need to do any kind of serious AoE. So that's why, guys, you have supports to do that for you. Shit, they can do it and kill the whole room for you, or at least group them up. Like any kind of, like if you don't have a Monk, that's fine. Anything that can group up is also good, because at least when you're playing this class, you don't have a lot of that. I mean, I'm showing that move right there, which is really good. Another thing is to break these eggs. I guess I should mention, because they drop these data chips, which are necessary for crafting. I believe you need 30 for one of the feat quests to complete your title book as well, so make sure you do that as well. Another good AoE I have right there is the Mount. It's alright, not the greatest thing in the world though. It takes a long time to proc, and he got interrupted. That's grand. That's grand, man. Okay, well, everybody died. And just great combo potential against single targets. Oh, look at this guy hiding over here. Guy really wants some screen time, man. Alright. I mean, I guess I shouldn't complain. I got some AoEs. They just take a long time, and it's like, by then you could have just used Hurricane and Roll. Guys, we're fighting the boss, and ooh, just got a fucking skeleton key. Don't know how many of those I've dropped. Okay, guys, this is Becky. I think her boss design is pretty interesting. We're probably not going to be able to see it in its entirety because I'm going to blast her, but she has, I guess, like a slingshot on her back, slingshot rocket, and she has like a tether ball, and she swings around on it like she's a fucking tether ball. Are you kidding me? Are you going to kill me? No, you're too kawaii, I guess, and people freaking... Somebody said Becky is waifu? I don't know. That's jail time for you guys. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. There's a little bit of Brawler action, guys. In the next video, we're going to be doing another character. Probably won't do this dungeon again, but, you know, there are not a lot of dungeons here in House of the Dead, guys. So there might be some repeats. Like I said, in this series, the dungeons aren't that important. It really is just me showcasing the character a little bit, just how it is. And anyway, guys, thanks for watching. And I will catch you nights later.